I'm here. I think this gonna have to do. Okay. This is Kaiser staying in the light society. Tell you the truth, I was almost asleep. And I remember I have to have a 12 o'clock class. I promise y'all who was here last night. I don't make promises lightly. That's why I set my alarm to make sure I kept my promise. Okay, we got a map here. Don't look like I can adjust it. I have a map I want to show you all in a second. Oh, excuse me. Okay. How's everybody today? Uh, I'm gonna have to go with the map I had at first. Okay. This is a map. This would be better. Okay, we talked about the mineral content of Africa that is my it's my contention that that's why the wars are fought. World War I, World War II were to get land that was claimed by another European power. You have these French, German, Spanish, England, Belgium, Portuguese, Dutch. These are the main players who own this continent. Now, look at the blue. See the areas in blue to the left, western part of Africa. If I'm not mistaken, that's belonged to French. That's the French influence. The German had a little influence. You see at the top, real light green, and right above the writing at the bottom, that's Southwest Africa, Namibia. And then to the right of that, you see, look at the colors. All that is the Germans. The yellow, right in the center, the Congo, that's where the Belgium claim ownership over. And then the right, far right, the orange, I guess it'd be orange, actually have most of the area because it's scattered to the right, part of it on the left, about two countries on the left, and also at the bottom. That's the English. Follow? So you see France has the most of the land, most of the West, and most of their countries are all together. The land. Let's not call them countries because remember this was a acquisition. These lines, these divisions did not exist before Berlin Conference. So it's like when you see a crime scene, you have lines and zones. That's all I see this as. A great big crime scene with all these lines and borders. We have the main characters now. French blue, English orange, Belgium, which is also Dutch, which is yellow. And you got the Portuguese. That's the last one. That's purple. Okay, so keep that in your mind. Keep those, what I just said, in your mind. The blue area, most of the Northwest, is France. The East, England. And then you have the Belgium, the Portuguese. Okay. Now, how many of y'all remember the map we had last night? Okay. Let's bring it back up. Give me a second. While I look for this map, I want you to get acquainted with those ownership lines. It's color coded for you, so it should be easy. to have a general idea. I see some of y'all making in the chat greetings. I get back to you all in a moment, answering your questions if you got some. That picture you just saw of the United States, that's the real picture, facing the real directions. Remember what I said, the maps were not true? The directions are changed. Everything was changed. Okay, how many was here last night where we went through the minerals, the mineral content of the continent? We had a long class last night. Very good. If you wasn't, go back and find it and become acquainted with what we talked about. Okay. So this is not going to be very long tonight because I've already went through the main points I wanted to talk about. Now, if you can see this map, it's a little more detail. But I'm not able to adjust it, to magnify it like I want to. But this is something you can do on your own. Just go get some maps of Africa that shows the colonists, the colonized maps of Africa. Because for the most part, they are still colonized. And I think by the way things going, in the next generation, that's be changed. I give it 15, 20 years, all Africa is going to be really free. So with Africa free, that means the oppressed people who was associated with that area, they would also be free. Okay, that's it. We're going to cut it off right there. As I said, the best part was the tape we had, the class we had last night. Hi, Michelle, I think you was there last night. Someone I recognize. How's everybody? How's everybody in the chat? Okay, so that's about it, class. I thank y'all for showing up. I kept my promise to y'all. I showed up. I did my class. And I'm not upset because a lot of people rely on the tapes, not the tapes, the videos to go back and watch, you know. Okay, any questions? A few seconds. Okay, thank y'all for showing up. Peace and love.